Sarah understands what it is like to be outcast from the royal family, according to Wallis's biographer Anna Pasternak.
And she sits at the Duchess of Windsor's grave at Frogmore in Windsor from time to time to pay her respects.
Ms Pasternak said, Wallis commented that no one was ever likely to place flowers on her grave, which I found tremendously sad, although I've since discovered from talking to Sarah that she does sometimes go there and sit at the grave and pay her respects.
Diana and Fergie highlighted key difference between Philip and Edward. Princess Eugenie shares adorable picture of her parents as kids. She feels a real understanding of what it's like to be exiled from the royal family.
Wallis was at the center of the abdication crisis in 1936 when Edward asked her to marry him.
The American socialite, who was divorcing her second husband at the time, was not considered a suitable bride for the royal, and the government insisted the marriage could only go ahead if Edward stood down.
Edward abdicated in December 1936, just 11 months after he became king, to marry Wallis.
In his abdication speech, he said, "I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as king as I would wish to do, without the help and support of the woman I love."
Upon his abdication, he became the Duke of Windsor and handed the crown to his brother George VI.
He and Wallis married in 1937 and the pair were exiled. Ms Pasternak insisted that far from Wallis scheming to marry Edward, it was the royal who did everything to get her.
Princess Eugenie, Princess adds touching throwback of Sarah Ferguson How Fergie tried to break loose from the royal family. She told S Magazine, "The narrative never really changed, that this woman took away our king.
But she never wanted to marry him or be queen." The royal expert added, "Because of her very angular, brittle appearance, people thought she was cold, but the greatest revelation for me was how soft and vulnerable she was." Like Wallis, the Duchess of York faced being ousted from the royal family when her marriage to Prince Andrew broke down. Sarah and Andrew wed in 1986, but they split in 1992 and divorced in 1996, with the Duchess involved in a number of embarrassing incidents over the years, including the infamous toe-sucking scandal.
But Sarah and Andrew, who are parents to Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, have remained on good terms, with Fergie describing them as the world's happiest unmarried couple.
And the Duchess was finally welcomed back into the royal fold last October for Eugenie's wedding.
Speculation remains high that Sarah and Andrew could one day remarry. Earlier this week, the Scottish house where Edward proposed to Wallis was put up for sale for £1.
$4 million. The royal is said to have asked his American lover to marry him in the secret garden of Slogarie House in Mossdale, Dumfries and Galloway.